is cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night beneath the mistletoe.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning friend, returning subscriber, then you already know what this channel is all about. And if you're new here, thank you for stopping by. And on this channel, I share with you all my debt-free journey, my monthly budgets, my bi-weekly budgets, and my cash envelope stuffings. And I share with you all my journey to building generational wealth. And if you are curious about that and you want to see how I do that, then just keep watching. Alrighty, so before we get into how I budget or how I break down my first or our first paycheck for December, let me just cover a few things that I get asked. As far as our income, it is combined between my husband and myself. I don't separate our income on YouTube because I am just so thankful and grateful that he allows me to share this information anyways, and so for me to break it down in our budget, it just doesn't make sense for me to have to do that. So that's why I don't do that. And as far as what our income is, so he has a full-time job and I have a full-time job. I also have a part-time job doing accounting and bookkeeping, tax filing and preparation for select clients and a few businesses in my area where I live. As far as our expenses, what I do is I split my bills across my paychecks. So I know that regardless of anything else, we always are going to bring in 2 paydays. So then I split my bills up by 2. The reason why I split my bills across my paychecks is because it is easier on my wallets, because if we weren't splitting our bills up, then our car payments and our mortgage would consume an entire payday. And with, 7 mouths to feed, I can't afford to not have money to stuff my cash envelopes. If you want to see how I do that, I do have a video on my channel showing you how you can do that regardless of how many paydays you have. You can implement those strategies in order to be able to set yourself up to do that. So without further more explanation, let's just get into this budget and how we're breaking it down. For our combined income with our first paydays, we brought in $3,972.20. I don't know why I filled in the estimated part. I guess because when I was filling it out, I just did that. But our estimated is our actual. I always budget off of what we actually made. I never go off an estimated amount because I don't like to have to go back and figure or change things out. Like, I'd rather just wait until I know exactly what we have to work with, and that's what I do. So this is what our actual is. And then we are going to go down to our bills. On this column here, I've switched it out and I put down monthly because I like to see what the monthly expenses and then versus what I'm going to use from this paycheck. So for our mortgage, it is $1,454 for the month, but I am using $727 from this paycheck. Utilities, what those add up to is $335, and I'm using $167.50 from this paycheck. Hold on, let's get you out just a little bit. So for my auto and life insurance, it's $517 for the month, $258.50 for this paycheck. Subscriptions, $76 for the month, $38 from this paycheck. And this is like Hulu, it is Amazon Prime, it is a bunch of other little subscriptions. And if you want to see what those are, I have those in prior videos. I just don't have enough space to list each subscription individually, so I just combined it as one category. And then nonprofit, we budget out $200, but with the transaction and fees, processing fees to make that payment, it was $206.09. So for this paycheck, it was $103.05. And then health insurance, it's $38.15. This is for dental, and I don't plan on getting rid of it. And so That's what that is, and this is $19.08. We do have other health insurance policies that are taken prior to this, so this is what our income is after those policies are taken out of our checks. So that's why you don't see another health insurance policy here, is because it's already accounted for. And then my boys' activities, they do jujitsu and other things, so it totals out to $310 per month, and it's $155 from this paycheck. And then our rental property is $399.06, $199.53 taken from this paycheck. And then home security, $70.71, $35.36 from this paycheck. My gym memberships, it's $56.24, and it's $28.12 from this paycheck. And the reason why it's $56 is because I have 2 memberships from 2 local gyms that I like to go to, and I don't mind having 2 because as often as I go, if I get bored, or I don't know, if their time is different and one's closed and one's open, I just have options. And then family vehicle. The minimum for the month is $713.96. Plus we do an automatic additional payment of $131.24. So when I combine that together, it is, I think, $845.23, but we can just double check. So if we did $845.20, and then we divide that by 2, it's $422.60 from this paycheck. And then Honey's truck, his minimum is $160.64. We have an automatic additional payment of $239.36 that comes out. When we combine these two, that's $400. We split those $400 in half, and then we need to have $200 coming out of this paycheck to cover that. My son's truck, it is $387.82. We split that right down the middle, and we are paying $193.91 from this paycheck. Yikes, you guys. Okay, so for variable expenses, we have $426.06 that we have to take from this paycheck to cover, because I have just been spending like a wild woman, and all of these expenses will be explained in the check-in video that I have coming up. But yes, I don't know. Anyways, it happens, and it happened to me. Some of these are valid variable expenses, and most of them are not. But you know what? That's life, and that's what happens sometimes. So when we add up every, sorry guys, hold on. When we add up the amounts that we need to take from this paycheck to cover all of these expenses, that totals up to $2,973.71. That gives us $998.89 to put towards our cash envelopes and our sinking funds. All right, you guys, so this is how we are going to be budgeting out our first paychecks for the month of December. If you made it towards the end of this video, I want to thank you for coming and spending some time with me today. And if you liked the video, or if you like any of my content, then please put a thumbs up. And if you found it helpful, please share it with a friend. I like to let you guys know that if there is anything that I can modify or change in how I share my information, please also let me know that in the comments below, so that I can continue to improve my content. I hope you all have a good day, a good night, a good afternoon, a good morning, wherever you are watching this, and I will see you all in the cash stuffing of this paycheck. Bye.
It's cold outside.